why wasn't police called? Now, before I was put into the vehicle, police was called, and what could we call them? Mucus gave my phone to his friend, which was in another vehicle. Thank you, wardrobe baby. He gave my phone to a friend, so when the police did arrive, right before we pulled off on that long ride, who texted me? Right before we pulled off on that long ride, the friend had my phone, and the friend told the officer that the call was an accident. So the officer was like, okay, let me see the number. So the friend showed the number on the phone, and the officer left. Mind you, I'm already in the back of the truck. Can't do much. I'm in a car full of men. Everybody has, it's not much I could do. So, I'm trying to read the comments, y'all, but y'all going a little fast. So yes, police was already called before we left, but it was told to police that the call was an accident. Allegedly, y'all right, allegedly. In GTA. So in the vehicle, they had these water guns, right? They had these water guns. So when the Paw Patrol was there, I was being held and being told not to make a sound, right? Got it. So Paw Patrol leaves, and we start getting on the road. And my phone was still not in my hand. At this point, Mucus has my phone, right? Right. I'm wearing a sheet, just a sheet only. I'm on my cycle, so I'm free, you know. I can't say that word either, but I'm on my cycle and I'm free. So when Mucus falls asleep, I see my phone on the floor. So I grab my phone quickly, take some pictures, and put the phone back down. Because I wasn't supposed to have my phone. He fell asleep on accident. Y'all get where I'm going with this? I was not able to call Paw Patrol while in this ride, this 8-hour ride, because I was in a car full of men with water guns. You guys know what water guns are? And they do whatever Mucus says. So I had to be very cautious. But I did end up escaping when we got to Alabama. So I knew Mucus had a show in Alabama, so Mucus was going to have to leave the Airbnb one way or another. So this is going to sound very disturbing. In order for me to convince Mucus that we were okay and I was not going to break free, so he thought everything was okay and I wasn't going to disappear and break free. And that was how I was able to escape Alabama. So as soon as Mucus went to his show and thought everything was okay because I did what I did, I was able to leave.
Yours specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that he may have done these things with other females?
I wouldn't say with other females.
But only specifically you?
No. I just wouldn't say other females, but I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Oh.
But
Are you talking about?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say. I'm not going to
Okay,
say.
all right. I think I get what you. Okay.
But
damn.
Yeah, I couldn't have been the first. You know, you're more experienced than me.
Right.
I'm 17 years old. You know what you like. I'm trying to figure out what I like. So it was my 18th birthday, and I found out he's my best friend of 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
And a friend of her had told me. And then I confronted him about it. I confronted her about it. She admitted my birthday right before I got to the hotel.
On your birthday?
On my birthday, my 18th birthday, yes. And
So, okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
hold on, I'm trying not to get emotional.
Don't get emotional. Stay strong. Because you are much so strong.
He basically expressed his interest, and I just agreed to do it. I was in love. I was willing to please my partner, somebody who I was with every day and I'm in love with. I was willing to please him, so.
Okay, and let's be real.
Explain to everyone what took you so long to leave and why you're just not coming out. Like, give them your side so
Okay.
they know, like, you need
Well,
to.
dealing with a person like this who obviously knows his target, right? Who obviously has a motive. It's very hard to leave when they're going to. And imagine this person knowing where you live, knowing where your family lives, and then throws on top of that. It's very hard to leave a situation like that. Because you, of course, who wants to be the blame for something like that if it were to happen, you know?
That's
And
that's like Amber
I have
and
proof of that as
Dickens.
well. I have proof of that as well.
Did your mom and your dad ever intervene, speak up,
Um,
something?
they've always tried to speak up on their platforms, but I would tell them not to because I didn't want nobody knowing like their pages. And because when you're dealing with somebody of status, they have a fan base strong enough where they'll attack anybody who tries to, you know,
Hmm.
intertwine with anything.
How were you able to deal with the Did it make you feel different about yourself?
Um, Honestly, yes, because I was raised to know that men were supposed to be respectful. Like my dad, he never cursed at me, never called me out of my name, never put his hands on me. So when I met a man who did everything like that, I didn't really understand it. And some days it would bother me. Like some days it would make me feel less than, but I had to understand like my morals and my worth. And that's what pushed me to just completely leave.
Somebody in the comments asked, so why did she go back and forth on social media as if she was living her best life with Richie, knowing that she was
Because
going through hell? It's kind of like she wanted to prove a point to others as if she was the main female, but the whole time she should have been trying to plan her escape.
well, as far as all the other females that are reaching out now, I was unaware of all of this. I did not know there was tapes being sent of me until I left a relationship. That's when I received the text probably 3 weeks after, and someone literally sent me a video of me. So I didn't know this was going on during the relationship. I didn't know it was all these females, and I was unaware. I wasn't aware. So what I would post on my social media would just I'm posting positive stuff about my life. I would only post the positive things about my life. And majority of the negative, I didn't even know what was going on until I left. He was very adamant about getting me pregnant and me keeping a child. He wanted me to keep a kid. And there was times where I wanted to have, you know, but once I realized the type of person I was dealing with, and it's like, imagine if I have a daughter and like, I don't even want to get into depth, but if you get where I'm trying to say with if you get where I'm trying to go with this, you get it. But once I realized like I can't have a kid with this person, that's when, I started taking a different route. I ended up getting on birth control secretly. He ended up finding out I got on birth control, got into a big fight. It was just very bad. Like he was very adamant about me having a kid. And it was a situation that I can't really speak on now, but you guys will probably um see it when trial starts. It's the Houston case. That was a very big.
Do you regret the day you met him and like the experience, or are you thankful about the experiences because you learned early? Like, because at the end of the day, you are a known person, and it's other people that you could have talked to,
Mhm.
not even just him. So it's like, are you happy that you experienced this now, or like, do you regret experiencing this?
I feel like a little bit of both, like 50-50. I regret and I'm thankful. I regret allowing myself to go through something for so long. I regret dealing with certain things because I was so gullible and in love. I regret allowing a man to put his hands on me. I regret allowing a man to degrade me as a young lady. But I'm thankful that I got it out the way and I'm I'm learning now and I understand now. So I learned a lot from being in such a degrading relationship.
This is a very, very touching story. Tatiana continues to call out Burston Richey for whatever he did to her. So right now they will be having a case, praying for her safety, We get to see that why is it that when people come out and then they get to be supported, because they need to be supported. So can we hear the full story? I want to be like to support her so badly. Okay, we have another case to solve. The money made you stay. Since she's out of the situation, she's growing into a womanhood and realizing the most certain things are wrong as well. So love you guys. I'll be give you what is going to be happening to this situation.